And now it's time for Development Debates, where we will explore some of the questions shaping the future and present of China. Today we are talking about China's growing internet industry. China's internet giants have been dominating the news lately, with the recent IPO of Alibaba being the world's largest. An article from China Daily discusses why the age of the internet is finally arriving in China. This can be seen in the list of China's most wealthy citizens. Jack Ma just took the #1 spot with estimates ranging from $25 billion to much more in personal wealth. But when you look at the majority top positions, you find that most of Chinese most wealthy citizens are all in the internet industry. Pony Ma is the second place, thanks to his company Tencent and especially their social messaging app WeChat. The third spot is held by Robin Li because of the success of the internet search engine Baidu. So it is fairly clear that internet-based companies are becoming the so-called breeding ground for Chinese billionaires. As China Daily explains, there are two reasons for this. Justin Rin is Associate Professor of Operations and Technology Management at Boston University. He says that the first reason is China's rapid growth. As China's global GDP shares grow, China's most wealthy billionaires will move up in the rankings on billionaire global lists. The second reason can be attributed to China's internet economy and its incredible growth. A McKinsey study shows that the internet sector in China could increase China's GDP 0.3 to 1% every year until 2025. In turn, this growth could boost the incremental GDP growth about 7 to 22%. This equals a 4 trillion yuan or 14 trillion yuan increase. Rupert Hoodworth is the chairman and chief researcher for the Who Ran report, which does the ranking of Chinese billionaires. He explains that this list is changing constantly and shows how the Chinese economy is very dynamic. It is a reminder that the growth in emerging markets is still being discovered. 10 years ago, China hosted only one billionaire, and now there are 176. However, Rin points out that the thriving internet sector almost guarantees more millionaires are on the way. But this does not mean that they will be able to hold on to their wealth. One issue these companies will have and are having is the speed at which the business is changing. In turn, it makes it difficult to build an enduring company. Not too long ago, Weibo, China's Twitter, was dominant, but now WeChat is taking over the market. But in these terms, you can also say, will Alibaba's Taobao always dominate the market? Will Alipay remain the most used online payment system? Mobile technology is always changing, and no one really knows where the next shift will be. But Chiang, who works at the Shanghai-based CEIBS, disagrees. Although China will see more new players in the internet world and more billionaires, it is unlikely anyone will unseat Robin Li, Jack Ma, or Pony Ma anytime soon. The scale of their companies combined took years to build, and the environment they operate is now not the same as before. Thus, it is not probable new companies can achieve the success they did previously. Chiang claims the biggest challenge for increasingly wealthy internet giants is how to not become too large for their own good, to not become a government bureaucracy or a rigid institution. Another issue is talent. Recruiting and keeping talent is essential to prosperity, and unfortunately, China's domestic internet companies are not seen at top job choices when compared to jobs at state-owned enterprises or high-paying multinational companies.